But all the lies you can prove wrong, and there's evidence against it. You know what I mean? And there's witnesses that go against it. And the truth, there's witnesses for it. There's evidence for it. There's scientific proof for it. You know, there's common sense for it. And the lies it's very easy to decipher if you just do the research. You know, all you have to do.
See, what I'm saying is you come across very, very smart, right?
Yeah.
But why are you not applying it to your life? Why are you not getting out of this space you're holding?
I am. I'm working for God, not the world.
In what way you're working for God? Tell me, in what way the information you're gathering?
I'm trying to help people stay alive, happy, healthy, not get
in
murdered,
what way?
Killed. It's because people get killed all the time, murdered all the time.
How are you preventing that?
Because the information, if you know.
And who do you share it with?
My family, friends, you, everyone I care about, you know. Everyone that I care about, you know. If someone doesn't want to listen, then they're an enemy.
No, I admire you because each time you give me something to think about, and I have researched so many things because of you, and I have understood your track of thinking.
Yeah.
But you're also not grounding. See, what it is you're living like an airhead. You know, you're like using a lot of your mind on information gathering that is not transforming your life, right? So you need to balance. According to the world? See, the thing is, it's not about the world. The thing is, as a father, you haven't got your custody back of your kids. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
See, how smart you are doesn't matter. The thing is, if you are not able to, like today we spoke about you becoming your own detective and be a catfish. And like, you know, so I'm glad, like, you know, you're at least thinking about it. But like what I'm saying is, how is that such a brilliant man? I've known you for like 2-3 years. How long I have known you?
A couple of years, yeah.
Yeah. And each time, you know, I see the truth in you. I'm not saying like you are not truthful, and that's why I have tremendous respect. But it almost looks like it's like a cat chasing its own tail. You're spinning. And I'm like not seeing you getting to the next level.
I'm not trying to get to the next level.
You are not.
No.
Why?
Because I'm not working for the world. I'm working for God. And God doesn't want people to work for materialistic things of the world. You know, he doesn't bless you with discernment.
Is it because you're taken care of? Like, I'm going to be very brutally honest. You are getting money from the government or something. Is it easier for you not to really work?
What do you mean easier for me not to work?
Meaning you're taken care of, right?
No, it's actually a hardship because I.
What if your parents were not there? What if the government was not paying you? What would you do?
I would have to do what I was doing before, work my ass off every single day. And
why cannot you at least do 50% of what you did before?
What do you mean?
Like, see, in the past you have come up with jobs.
No, I have a job. I work.
But you are always broke.
No, I get paid every 2 weeks, and I have a lot of shit to pay. And I have a lot of bills. You know what I mean? It's like,
for a single man, what do you have for bills?
I've rent.
You don't pay child support, right?
No, I do. I pay that. I pay rent. I pay food. I have to get. I'm trying to get my license back. I paid the court. I had a shitload of fines. I always have to buy everything. Or, you know how expensive life is. Like, it's expensive to just live, to just be, you know? So everything costs something. So I'm always paying for something to just be. Never mind excelling or moving forward.
So what do you see yourself? Like, what's your goal this year? Because we are starting a new year. Because the thing is, unless you have your set, see, even
You
now
say I
you're
need
saying,
goals because I have potential.
no, it's not the potential. See,
need goals.
the reason you are not understanding yourself is you're saying you're working for God, right?
Yeah.
So, which means then you need to give up on your children and not be miserable, right? But you are not really working all for God. You do want your family. So, see, there are only two ways to be a
Yeah, I hear
saint,
what you're saying. Yeah.
be a saint, work for the world,
No,
and
no,
like, do all the right things.
I'm trying to be there for my family too. But that's what God wants. As part of working for God is working for your family. That's what He tells you to do. That's what is expected of you. You gotta. It even says in the Bible, God, family, country, in that order. And that's exactly how I feel. God, family.
So
country.
why do you feel sad then?
Because people are going to hell. People are suffering. People are miserable or sick or dying of cancer, and they're not listening to the truth. I try to tell them. I try to help them.
But what if they listen to you and they cannot cure the cancer? Are you going to be responsible?
No, they will. They will cure the cancer. I've cured my cancer. I've cured others' cancer. I've helped others. All you need to do is...
Why don't you go to medical school then? Do it the right way.
You don't need medical school. You don't need it. All you need to do is understand that your body needs oxygen, acid from foods, and sulfur. And that will cure any disease. And it will... If you have the whole... I've cured my hepatitis, my cancer. I've seen others do it. I've heard about, I don't know if it's true, but I believe it is because of my experience and others' experience, that they cured AIDS with acid from vegetables and fruit, sulfur, and minerals. And that's what they're taking out of the water, the minerals. Why are they doing that? Because they're trying to kill people. It's Agenda 21. It's very easy to understand once you understand, but it's very hard for someone that doesn't understand the stuff to get it, and they die because of it, and they suffer and they're miserable because of it. And it's sad. That's why it hurts me. People's ignorance.
You smell like alcohol. Did you drink?
Last night. Yeah, I drank last night.
Is that the reason you're feeling sad today?
No, I just had a visit with my aunt, and she was telling me about how Dominic died. He suffered cancer, and we just had this conversation about how we could have stopped it. And she actually listened to me and took because she saw how sick I was and how fucked up how they said it.
Is she who you're right today? Is that when your conversation took place?
Yeah. So
she kind of validated you and you felt touched that somebody listened to you.
Not just that. She took my advice where I think she kind of feels guilty that Dominic suffered and died because she didn't really listen to me then. And now she's listening to me, and
how old is Dominic?
He was 40, 50-ish.
So he was not very old. What did he die of?
Cancer.
No, but where was it?
I don't know the exact cancer. I forget. It was cancer. I don't know what exact cancer it was, but...
And in what way he's related to you?
He's my uncle.
Meaning that the aunt who gave you a ride is her husband or something?
Yeah. No, my aunt is Dominic and Mike are my uncles. That my aunt and my mother, and they grew up on the same street in Boston, and they've known each other for a long time.
So
and they got married 10, 12 years ago. So they were always close to the family, but they got married and then they had kids, and Kylie and Mikey, which are my cousins, and we've been really close for years, you know. And Dominic has been a huge part of the family. Like, we're always very close, and he just died. Like,
So Ryan,
what?
the other thing, I have never seen you in this space before. So is this the first time you drank? I mean, I'm just trying to figure you out because actually I see that you're opening up more now because you were like so out of control before, like very manic. So something is shifting in you. I don't know what it is, but what I'm trying to figure out is alcohol one of the issue for you?
I haven't drank for years. I used to be. I used to have a really bad drinking problem years ago.
So how did you even touch a drink yesterday?
Oh, last night.
Why did you do that?
Because there was a bunch of Coronas on the table, and
Who brought it over? Your dad?
my brother.
And that kind of opened like something in you?
Well, no, I don't even think anything to do with the alcohol. It was just that I saw my aunt. I just got from my aunt's house, and we were talking about this shit, and it really, like, it opened a whole bunch of shit up. Like, it opened a whole bunch of history, just shit that has happened, you know? And
so what are you going to do tonight? Are you going to stay sober, or what? What's your plan?
I'm always sober. I'm always clean. So every single day. I never even drank. That was just a rare occurrence last night.
I am proud of you, Ryan, but you also worry me because you're using your attention on things that you cannot control.
What do you think I should do?
Like I said, you said, first of all, you said you're worried about your kids, right?
Yeah.
So do something positive. See, what you're going to a space is being powerless, right? Yeah. When you put yourself in a space that you cannot control, your life will see out of control.
Yeah.
So you can never control things that is like out of whack, right? So you need to bring back to like, what is it? Remember that story where this boy comes across like millions of jellyfish or starfish in the ocean bed. You've heard that story, right? Yeah. And one guy is saying, "What are you doing?" And he kept throwing it in the sea. And the kid says, I'm throwing the starfish back. And that guy says, "But it's millions of them." And he says, "You are not making a difference." And he says,
"Right.
To this one, I do." So I feel you're going to fight a battle that Jesus couldn't fight, right? Jesus tried to save the world like we were talking.
Yeah.
Nobody listened to him, right? Do you think you're going to be better than Jesus?
No.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so be practical and do one thing that's going to shift your world. Let's give 2019, right? You're like 15 days gone, let's say 345 days left.
Mm-hmm.
Give yourself one task which is very simple that will change your world. What would that be?
To
keep it simple.
Expose the lies and keep people living in the truth so they're not sidetracked with bullshit.
How do you do it? Do it via YouTube blog or create some sort of a plan?
I should.
So what
I was thinking about doing that for a long time.
So go to library. Library is free, right?
I just want to do it right if I do it.
So don't worry about getting any material. Do you? Where's your nearest library? Do you?
Library? I have a computer in my house.
So can you use your computer?
Yeah, I have a wicked nice computer and I have a big TV.
So by next week when you
phones.
By next week when you come in, would you show me your first blog or first video or whatever you did? Because I want you to commit to it.
All right.
Is that possible?
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. That's all I wanted.